Nah. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh. Alright guys, hello and welcome to another race video. So today we're checking out the new M2 CS Racing edition in iRacing. This is a brand new car that you can compete in for free in the Rookie Series. We're going to have a little bit of a chat about that today because I know there's a lot of guys that don't want to race in Rookies that are really keen to drive this car in a more advanced series. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But this car is an absolute handful to drive. Now those of you who have been around on the channel for a while would know that I actually used to own an M2 Competition, which is a slightly less racy version of this same car, and I sold that about 18 months ago. And there are a couple of reasons why I sold that car. We'll talk about that a little bit of detail today. But yeah, the comparison between this in the sim and what that car was like to drive in real life is quite interesting. So we'll definitely be discussing that too. Starting from P3 on the grid today, I'm actually a little bit happy about that because I've qualified in P1 for a few races and just been completely wiped out in turn 1. You'll see my iRating has taken an absolute beating, and that's part of the issue of wanting to race a car but having to do it in a Rookie Series. So let's get geared up here. Foot on the brake, first gear. Rev it to 100%.
Okay, standing start.
And then we're going to lift off the brake on green. There we go. Decent getaway. Going to file into single file here. Try not to get wiped out from behind. Lost one position, but that's better than dying. Now this car, just like the real life car, makes you feel like it wants to kill you constantly. It's not unstable, but it understeers and oversteers. This guy is really keen. Just gonna take it nice and easy for now. Cover the inside line here. Oh, there it is. Oh, hopefully we haven't bent our steering. I wasn't expecting him to roll forward there. That's unfortunate. Wasn't a whole lot I could really do to avoid that without jamming on the brakes and then getting rammed from behind. The car feels okay though. One of the things I have noticed with this car is that it does take on damage very, very easily. So any sort of rubbing and wheel-to-wheel stuff, you end up with steering damage very, very quickly. So it looks like it was absolute carnage behind us. It looks like everybody just piled into each other, so we were lucky to get through that. A 6-second gap behind, so let's see if we can stay with Sven here and make something of the rest of this race. 7-second gap behind now. At least we don't have to worry about pressure from behind. So traction circle is massively important with this car. If you try to turn in while you're braking at 100%, you can forget about it. You're just going to understeer straight away. And if you get on the throttle too aggressively while you're still turning, you're going to lose the back end. It's just going to bite you. So it does take quite a bit of practice to get your head around it. And I'm certainly still not an expert on this. And that's kind of what I was saying before about reasons why I sold the real life version, the competition version of this car. So I just never quite trusted it. It was a lot of fun to drive, very, very playful, but I never really felt like I could drive it hard because I just wasn't quite sure what it was going to do, and it was very much a skill issue. In the right hands, I'm sure it would be amazing, but for me, as a daily driver, I just didn't always want that drama, and I know that's going to sound really soft, but I just found it was a little bit too lively for me for a daily driver. And I actually had a M235i before the M2, a couple of cars before, which is obviously the same chassis but a more tame version. That had I put a limited slip diff in that. And I actually preferred owning that as a daily driver car to the M2. But yeah, I mean, basically, for a street car, it was just a little bit too lively for me. And what I would say, though, is that all the characteristics of that car that make it so lively and playful to drive are all here in the sim as well. And when you remove the fear factor, obviously I didn't want to wipe out my expensive M2 competition in real life, but when you remove that and just enjoy driving it, it is actually really, really cool. Let's go for the second place here, I think. I think I've got the pace to get him. Just got to be really sensible about how I do it. Just going to concentrate here for a little bit. Don't want to give him a tap.
Okay, well, keep under pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Oh, off track for that? Really?
What about track limits?
Just trying to carry as much speed as I can through here, get a good exit. All right. Keep the pressure on him, hopefully he'll make a mistake. Had to back off a little bit there, didn't quite get the exit I wanted. There's that oversteer. And all that was I just put a little bit more brake on there to not slide into him, to understeer, and it made the back end rotate on me. So it's literally a constant dance with this car. Come on, I'm losing it. Catch back up again. Still a 7-second gap behind. I'll have to have a look at that incident on the replay. Ooh, dust all over the track there. One of the new things in iRacing now. All right, we're gonna get him. Oh, he's gone wide. He's not going to make it easy.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Tuck in behind. I thought I had him there, but he covered the inside line, as he's perfectly entitled to do. Just got to be so careful in this car, though. Focus on the exit.
5 minutes to go. We're looking good for a podium.
But yeah, you can't, it's not like a GT3 where you can just brake a little bit later and pray. This thing, if you brake even a meter past your marker, you're just going to understeer. So you really can't be
You've just done a 147.
overly aggressive. Even there, you can see I was a little bit greedy on the brakes. Paid for it immediately. Keep her on the apex. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Good exit. He got a pretty good exit too, though. Keep it tight. Oh, he's gonna go off. I don't know how he kept that on the track.
Come on, nail him already.
Just got to keep him under pressure here. Come on. Oh, nearly hit the barrier. Big wobble again. I was slow on the exit too, though. We're so evenly matched on pace here. There's a couple of areas where I'm a little bit faster, but overall, we're pretty even. I'm faster through here for sure though. Let's see if we can nail him on the entry. Nah. Oh, he's gone wide.
Car left. Clear left.
Yes.
Well done,
I'll
Will.
take
Good
that.
pass. Nice front. P2, you've just done it.
All right, let's try to put in some really quick laps now and build a little bit of a gap. 1 second gap. And we're not going to catch the leader there. No chance. He's already 7 seconds. He's checked out. Just got to make sure I don't make a mistake now. So yeah, definitely a new for anybody who's new to the game. Definitely a very different challenge to something like the MX-5. It's like the MX-5 on steroids, basically. But the MX-5 doesn't really oversteer because it doesn't have enough power, unless it's like a lift-off oversteer. You don't power slide in the MX-5 really, whereas this will definitely bite you if you do get into the throttle too aggressively. But it's just a very dynamic car to drive. I'm really enjoying it.
2 minutes.
I just wish that there was an advanced series like what you have in the MX-5 so that you weren't racing in a rookie series and completely destroying your iRating every time you get wiped out. But it is what it is. I'm just trying to drive what I enjoy and not worry too much about those things. Keep it together. He's back to 0.4 again. He's not giving up. If I make a mistake, he will be all over me. Coming into the final lap now.
Last lap, looking good for a podium.
But yeah, the two frustrations are just that it's only rookies,
146.
and I think the damage as well. I mean, obviously it's probably realistic, but I just find that any wheel-to-wheel contact at all damages the steering pretty much immediately, even if it's a batch to the rear, and then you have to pit. Now you do get a fast pit, but it's obviously race ruining as well. So you can't really sort of have any wheel-to-wheel type action going on. Oh, he's going
Left
for
side. Clear left.
it. He's gonna have a dive somewhere. I need to concentrate here. He's gonna run on me.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line.
He's gonna go
Clear
for
left.
it.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Is he gonna get the switchback? No, he's not. Whoa, that was tight. He's still with me.
On your left. Hold your line.
He does not want to give this up.
Still there.
Oh,
Clear left.
he's got me. Nice driving there. That was sweet. Disappointed in myself, but that was fair game to him. That was very aggressive, but he kept it clean. Oh, we're gonna get him.
Left side.
Come on. Oh no.
Still there.
What a race. That was awesome.
Clear left.
Oh man. He deserved that. That was a sweet move. That was a very sweet move. Definitely keen to look at the replay of that one. I did not expect him to get me back there, but I was chatterboxing away. Didn't realize how close he'd gotten. Let's have a look at the replay of that. That was sweet. All right, so just a quick look at how a couple of key moments played out throughout the race here. We'll just look at the first lap up to that big incident that wiped out. Looked like everybody behind us. See, we got overtaken on the outside there. I was just way too cautious on the inside line. But as I said, I've been wiped out in turn one so many races from pole position or second place. I was being overly cautious. That's the reason why. But we definitely gave up a place there unnecessarily. So that was disappointing. But you can see how aggressive Sven was being up ahead. He's the first of the grey cars there. on your screen, or the one closest to my car, which is the white car in the middle of the screen. But you can see, I mean, he was very aggressive with me later on as well. Fair bit aggressive, but you can see he did get up the inside of him there and turn him around. But now we'll see what happened behind us. Okay, yeah, everybody hit the brakes. We'll rewind a little bit and have a look at exactly what happened there. So watching Felix there, turned around, and then all hell broke loose behind. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Yeah. No wonder. So, oh, jeez. So it's literally half the field gone from Sven being a little bit over aggressive there on the first lap. So I mean, look, it is an easy mistake to make. I'm not going to go and say but yeah. So I wanted to have a look at lap 2 here as well, and see exactly where I was gaining against Sven in front, because this is a lap where we caught right back up again to him. So I don't know whether he made a mistake or whether I was just generally faster, but I figured this might be an opportunity for you guys that might be looking at driving this car in this track combination to maybe learn something. You can see again he was ragged there on the exit. I think in general he's maybe over driving the car a little bit. I mean, because he obviously had the pace because he got back past me again at the end. But I think maybe he's just over driving the car a bit, and that's causing him to slide the back end around. Just like in real life, you know, you slide the back end of the car around very, very... You see again there, he's not applying the throttle quite as smoothly as I am. Just getting that wheel spin on the exit, which compromises a whole bunch of speed. My line through the chicane there was terrible, so don't pay attention to that. Actually lost a bit of ground. Then normally you go out a little bit wider and cut in tight, more like what his line was. But that seems to be the difference. Looking at this replay is he's being much more aggressive with his inputs than I am, particularly on corner exit. You can just see the car moving around a lot more than mine is in general, which I think explains it. So let's fast forward now. We'll have a look at where I got past him, and then we'll have a look at that final lap where he got back past me again. All right, so let's have a look at what happened here. He was defending here, so he was off his normal line, switched back to the normal line for braking, and just lost the back end. Did well to keep it on the black stuff there, actually, but yeah, it was just a classic lose. Very easily done in this car. Like I was saying, if you brake too late, and I'd say he probably extended his braking there to give me space, and you know, just if you extend your braking, you just end up understeering, and it's a dog's breakfast basically. But let's have a look back at how we caught up again, and then the overtaking move at the end. All right, so playing through the final lap here, let's have a look at how he did it. So I had a decent, and I really didn't expect. I mean, I knew he was aggressive because we'd seen him driving very aggressively earlier in the race, but honestly, I didn't think that he had the pace to get back past me at this point. I thought that if I just kept it smooth, I had it covered, but it wasn't to be in the end. He did take me by surprise, and that overtaking maneuver was really sweet. I don't know how much luck was involved, but from the driver's seat, it looked very, very sweet. You can see he almost got around the outside of me there, but obviously I've on the inside line. Never really going to work around the outside there, really, considering that the next turn is a chicane to the right-hand side as well. So never really going to be opportunity there. You can see he had a much better line through the chicane again there that gave him the exit. That's where I lost it. I just was too compromised on the mid-corner there. I just slowed up way too much. And you can see I was very cautious on the inside there, not wanting to go side by side. Back around the outside. I was lucky he didn't just get ahead of me there, to be honest, but tucked him back behind again. And again, he's going to have a lot more speed here than I do. I mean, it's kind of like if I'd covered the inside line, he would have just switched to the outside, but then through here was where it was really sweet. So he's literally just gone right around the outside of me. Very, very, very sweet. We'll go back and have a look at it from his cockpit view in just a second as well. But then he had a big moment in the final turn as well. Bit of a brown pants moment. Almost got back past him here. If I'd had the inside run, it would have been a different story, but very cool finish. Let's just have a quick look from his cockpit view as well. All right, so this is where he was much faster than me through the chicane. Yeah, he just carried a lot more speed there. His line wasn't all that much different on the entry, actually. I thought he'd gone out wider, but yeah, I just had a poor mid-corner speed there. And on the inside here, you'll see, late on the brakes, left plenty of room on the inside to the point where he ran off on the grass there. Not really much more he could have done there. He handled that perfectly, really. Tucked in behind me. Perfect line again. If he tried to carry around the outside, obviously I was going to get in front of him anyway, so much more sensible to tuck him behind. And then shown me a wheel on the inside here. I've assumed that I'm going to be able to get back up the inside, but he's just been able to carry so much more speed on the outside line there through the turn. I just did not expect him to be able to carry that much speed without running wide. So yeah, very, very well handled by him there. And then he's covering the inside line, so he's off his normal line there, and I think he's just lost the back end a little bit. Almost moved across on me, but realized that I was alongside. Very respectful driving there. So obviously he's very aggressive, but very fair in the wheel-to-wheel battling as well. So yeah, can't really fault him there. That was pretty much as clean as it could possibly be with such aggressive moves. And yeah, really, really enjoyable. Let's have a quick look at the results and then wrap things up. Okay, so we were split number 3 with a strength of field of 1700. You can see, as I was mentioning before, my iRating was really, really low at this point. It did get down to the 1500s at one point, but then I had a couple of good races after. I'm back up to around about 2000 now. So not really much to talk about there. Really, as I was saying before, you know, you got to accept that when you're in a rookie series, even if you're one of the quicker drivers within that series, you are likely to get taken out a lot. And when you do get taken out, pushes you back to the field, back to the back of the field. And because you're going to have a lot of people ahead of you that have lower iRatings than you, it's going to really affect your iRating. And that's the reason why a lot of people aren't wanting to race this car that have higher iRatings. So it does make sense, I think, at least to have an advanced series for this car as well. I think that would have a lot more popularity amongst the more advanced racers. So relative pace-wise, my best lap was a 146.6, which is pretty slow for me, to be honest. My best lap ever in qualifying, I did 2 back-to-back laps that were 145.5s. Race pace is normally around about a 146.2. So me chatterboxing, recording a video usually cost me about 2/10 a lap. You can see Sven's fastest lap was actually 147.2. I'm actually surprised by that because I thought he was quite a bit quicker towards the end, but yeah, it just goes to show how consistency plays a part. And you could see in the replay, he was being a lot more aggressive on his throttle inputs and, you know, snaking the back end of the car around. But I think that's pretty much everything to analyze here. Let me know what you guys think of this new car down in the comments below. Are you planning on racing at this series? I think I am going to give this car a go for this season. I might do some other cars as well, but really enjoying driving this one. Hopefully it doesn't impact the iRating too much. But yeah, all the time that I'm enjoying it, I'm going to keep going with it. So yeah, let me know what you'd like to see more of in the comments down below as well. And yeah, have a fantastic Christmas and New Year as well, guys. We are hopefully going to have one more video covering the triple 45-inch screens that I've been showing across various socials over the last couple of days. So I'm hoping that we'll get that out before January 1st. But if not, guys, have an awesome New Year. Have a fantastic Christmas. Enjoy some time with your families. Enjoy some time sim racing without work to worry about as well, if you have the opportunity to do so. And yeah, guys, thanks for all the support this year, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.